What are the hot alphas that you know?
All right, I'm just going to talk about one token here. I'll start with, I've got a mock list portfolio set up. That's basically what I've been working on through Curator. Every project in here represents $100 buy. There's no favoritism. If the project is something I'm recommending or I buy into, this portfolio represents a $100 buy. It makes it very easy to see how things are performing. So the top one is Caspa. That is now $2,160. So that's 21x. Nuco Cloud, 489, 483, etc. You can come down here and see that everything's in the green except for these bottom three, which are only down $1, $2, $12, and the most is $43, 43% down. The one I want to talk about today is TokenFi, which I got into. Let me just confirm here because this is something not everybody else will be able to see, but I can track it. Okay, November 15th, got in at 36 cents. The reason I think it's one worthy talking about today is because it actually went backwards from when I got in. This happens a lot. For the sake of this portfolio, I'm not doing buying in pieces, but what I typically would do if I were buying in for $100 is I'd buy $50 worth, and then I would wait, and then buy $25 and buy $25. And a lot of times, somebody mentioned to me, how often do you buy a token and it just goes up? Very rarely. In this market, it's happening more and more, but when you buy it, if you bought in and it goes down, then you can dollar cost average down. And if it starts to run, then you dollar cost average up. But in this case, it went down. And only recently in the last 7 days did it surge 74% to where it's now plus 26% for my entry. So I still consider this a great entry. This token is by Flocky, the meme coin Flocky. Not big on meme coins, but from what I understand, this has one of the best development teams out there. They hit a lot of milestones. They've got a great metaverse, a lot of utility behind this. And this was just recently launched in their metaverse. You can see it came out. It has jumped up to 90x. Basically, they gave it out to a bunch of their people, so it was almost a free token. But it's only just hit all-time high the other day at 56 cents. It looks like it's about ready. A lot of people like this. So what is TokenFi? TokenFi is a real-world asset play, RWA play. They are building a platform to help tokenize any real-world asset. They are on Ethereum, BSC chain, and Base right now. They're looking to expand. And they're basically giving you all the tools you need to launch it without having to worry about writing any code. You've got your lockers there for liquidity. You can have a little generative AI if you want to make NFTs. So pretty cool dev team, huge base of supporters. So this looks like a big play. If you guys go out and look this token up, you'll see it's got a lot of sentiment in the market about it. So this is in my RWA narrative. And I think pretty much any entry right now is a good entry. This is a 1 year from now. Market cap is what on this today? 54 million.
Yeah. I like these kind of graphs, that they've been out for a while. They haven't experienced the bull market yet, and you have to have decent tokenomics for a token to be like this. Otherwise, they launch and it just goes down after that. So this looks pretty good to look into.
Yeah, you ride it from 500 down to the 100 range. You're going to be pretty happy. So anyway, yes. Okay, that was my share.
Cool. Patrick, do you have any projects?
Yeah, I can share the base game. I think when I review it was August 8th. So when the price was at not even 1 cent. Now the price is at 11 cents. So it's basically up more than 1,000%. The market cap right now is less than 10 million. So there's plenty of room to grow if you compare it to Rollbit, which is their biggest competitor. Where Rollbit is at 430 million. It grew a lot, and recently there was some FUD that happened and the token crashed, isn't quite a lot. It went back to 5 cents from 14 cents. And there was some, like a fake news, I think, or something like that. But it recovered quite well since then. They gave a percentage of profit to buy back the token and all that stuff. So that I think that's why it's doing so well. I think this is going to continue doing well. Unless there's a rug pull or something, I think it should be doing pretty well with the bull run, to be honest.
How is the tokenomics on this, since you're the expert?
I never checked. For sure.
Okay.
No. But it's just that it's very similar to Rollbit, how they do the profit, the revenue share, and all that stuff.
Okay, cool.
And I think Rollbit did so well that, and this one was such a low cap. I didn't really pay that much attention into the details.
Okay, sure.
I didn't put a lot of money, but it's up quite a lot.
Awesome.
And I think on Cyrator, the review, gambling stuff, I think it's a no-brainer.
Nice.
I want to add something to that. Something that's hard to wrap your head around sometimes unless you look at the amount of tokens and everything. So I love this tool, Market Cap Of, and it lets you compare market cap. So Based is at 11 cents now, which 10x, 11x where Patrick found this, which is awesome. And Rollbit, the competitor, is at 17 cents. And so just looking at those two, you might fool yourself in thinking, oh, it doesn't have much room to go. But if you look at it in terms of the market cap and the total number of tokens that they have, if Bay's token were to have the same market cap as Rollbit, it would be a 63x from its current position. So that's incredible growth. It'd be up at $7 a token, would be the equivalent to 17 cents a token. So you guys got to be careful not to fall in that trap of just looking at the token price, because the amount of tokens on the market, et cetera, make a big difference. And then if you look at the alt of Rollbit, even in the bear market, it actually would be a 94x. I'm very interested in this, Patrick. Thanks for sharing. I think I'm going to grab a little bag of this and get that GambleFi narrative covered.
I will definitely check it out as well. Yeah. Where can it be bought? Do you know?
I bought it on Uniswap.
So that's another. This thing does get listed on an exchange. You can look for a big bump there.
All right. Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
What do you got for us?
I was so busy the last few days. I was writing these daily picks, right? And got myself really excited about COSPA again. I'm like, even where it is now, it's going to explode, I think, in the upcoming bull market when everybody becomes aware of it.
I've had this discussion with a few people about COSPA and where it's going from here. Easy 10x, right? That seems like a no-brainer. It feels like when you get into this position, what is it right now? Do you know?
Market cap, 3 billion, I think. I believe it can be up there with Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's just there's this one video. One thing I like to do, maybe I show this quickly.
Two things will happen. One, you move up in market cap. That's why I like low market cap, right? You move from 500 to 30. That's what Casper did. That's where we got in.
Yeah.
But when you get into 30, what you're looking for is all the ships to rise. The whole industry rises. And so it doesn't move from 30 to maybe 27, but that represents a 10x because the whole industry, or the whole crypto market has risen.
COSPA is a safe bet a little bit. It's not something that's going to crash 50% from where it is now. I mean, everything that's done in the bear market, but it has this potential, I think, of being something that goes in the category of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if it does that, then it does another 100x or whatever from where it is. But I quickly, just one thing I really like to do, I'm going to show you here how, and also that's why I fell in love with COSPA. Basically, you go to YouTube, go to their channel, and then I just look at the most watched video. And this is the same video that I've watched almost a year ago. And you start watching this and it's just, sorry, let me see.
So the next speaker is going to...
I don't know if you guys watch this, but it's just very different from almost anything else that you see in crypto, which is sometimes very hypey and all of that. But here you can see these are like university professors doing stuff.
Talk about the Dag Knight protocol.
I'm not gonna play the whole video, but this is something if people are interested into COSPA, I really heavily recommend watching this video, because you see this guy explain this technology that is very complicated, right? And he basically explains how you can get away from this 10-minute. Bitcoin creates a block every 10 minutes, right? Which makes Bitcoin so slow. And this technology can reduce that to multiple blocks per second. And he explains this technology, which is very complicated. In summary, this is something I like to do. I like to go and see what is the most popular video. And in COSPA's case, you just see the team around it is like very academic, which is a big plus. As soon as people are getting very hypey and very crypto-like, then it's a bit of a flag. So the fact that they're very academic, the fact that their technology got mentioned as a development goal by Ethereum, by many other protocols, is another huge plus. And just the way that he can explain the technology, whereas other protocols cannot explain their technology, this guy in 15 minutes, I think, explains it in a way that most people understand it. And it shows how revolutionary it can be. But yeah, that's why it's that video specifically that gets me so excited about Cosma. Yes, maybe I'll enjoy Cardano. Yes.
Just a last note on market cap. I was just looking at this, just currently at 14 cents. It would be, to put it in the realm of BNB, Solana, and XRP, would be about a 10 or 11x, and put the token price at about $1.50 to $1.60 the token.
Yeah, and then you can
10x to get into the company you're talking about,
yes,
right? And then it's in that company.
Yes.
And then that whole industry goes up another 10x or more.
Exactly.
Just, safe play for sure. Come on, AJ, you got a DJ call for us.
I have one that I was hoping to write about for a while now, but I think you've heard about it, both of you, except maybe Patrick haven't heard about it. It's called Crown. I've entered, currently my position is 5x, but it's only at 50 million market cap. And it's exciting because the project is an official partner with the Kentucky Derby. It's a basically simulated horse racing. You stake the main token Crown, and then you get off-chain token called Derby, which you use to trade horses and upgrade horses, and then breed horses. And then recently, there's been a lot of hype. Some horses 30K USD, and there's a liquidity problem at the moment because it's only on Solana, and people are expecting it to also bridge over to ETH, and then the explosion is expected to happen when the liquidity problem is solved. So it's an interesting one. It's only on Solana. It's called Crown. The company is called Photo Finish Live or something really weird like that.
Is it the symbol's Crown as well? CROWN?
Yes, it's Crown. The logo is just a yellow crown, and it's an orca. The pairs you can buy in USDC and Solana. Yep, it's around.
Looks like it's listed as Crown by Third Time Games. 86 cents right now.
No, it's at 80 cents. It's getting close to $1.
86, yeah, 0.86. Yeah, Solana.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I missed this one. I remember you calling it, a couple months ago, but
you didn't write a review.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Yeah, actually, you have to pay all of us because we didn't.
Well, people been quite excited about it. They, of course, it's completely dubious, but they're speculating this one to be a black horse, to be the Axie of the bull run. It's just it can have that excitement or something. People are making money playing it early on, and then like Axie did. That's all I have.
Are you playing the horse racing game, or are you just holding?
I don't have the time. No, yes, I'm only holding.
Okay. So you don't have one of these $30,000 horses?
Maybe I should start breeding.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, guys.
So, the thing in terms of Caspa, I do believe that it's probably similar to Solana in the last cycle. I would expect entirely that it could go as a 30 billion market cap, so pretty much 10x from now. Wait, is it?
Yes. Now it's about 3
that.
billion.
Yeah.
It's about 3 billion now, yes.
Oh, yeah. But the other one to consider is BitTensor,
Of course.
because that's also a layer one, but really optimized for AI. And compared to Singularity, the thing, you can write existing TensorFlow model and run them on BitTensor without really changing them. So that's not the case for SingularityNet. So I think any organization that are taking their existing model from a Web 2 world and trying to go and monetize them in a Web 3 fashion, I think BitTensor would do really well. So I think it's another 10x from now, probably around the 30 billion market cap this bull cycle also. And right now it's at 1.7 billion.
I think for people watching, we need to say that Patrick is actually an expert in AI, right? So he actually built AI systems and things like that. I think the fact that you like it says something.
Yeah, but for that kind of technology, it's like Caspa, years of development to make it work. Yeah, I don't see too many competitors being able to compete in that arena right now. So I think BitTensor will go for at least this full cycle without real competitors, I think they will do really well.
One question, I haven't looked into the tokenomics. I don't know if you have, but I'm imagining, I went on BitTensor, you can try out their chatbot. At least it works. Of course, it's no comparison at all to ChatGPT. And they have a diffusion image generator, right? Which is also, it works, but uncomparable to the centralized versions. But if we imagine that it gets better because it's decentralized and all of that, and it would actually get a lot of usage from just regular people who don't even know that it's crypto or anything. Can you see a scenario like that? And I don't know how the tokenomics are, but if there's a lot of usage on it, will that have a lot of impact on the token price? Do you know that?
Yeah, I would expect that. I didn't look deep in the tokenomic.
Maybe also then write a very short review if you have, then we can also.
Yeah, we'll do for sure.
Fantastic.
So just high level, Patrick, a couple of questions here. It did increase 170% in the last 30 days. So it just had a hell of a run. So I've heard of this thing for so long, and I kicked myself for not getting into it sooner when it was under $100. I keep feeling I'm late. You think it's too late, or you really think this thing's got some legs?
No, but that's the thing. It's right now with the bull run. I think as long as your time horizon is until mid 2025, like you can DCA down if it goes down. But for me, I want to start buying now, even though it has increased a lot, because I would totally expect it would go 30 billion of market cap or potentially more. I think it will take time for application to be built on it and then attract customer base. But it's like a Solana last bull cycle. Like who was building on Solana last bull cycle? Pretty much nobody. But the chain itself was still worth something. And, like those things, it takes maybe 2 cycles at least for them to really evolve. Yeah. Starting to buy now, maybe take some profit before mid 2025 in case there's a bear market that kicks in again. But I would expect it will do really well in the next 5 years.
21 million fixed supply is nice. Only under 6 million out on the market. It's one of those 323 a token. You buy 2 tokens. And it's like, I just have 2 tokens. Oh man. But I remember this feels like when I remember Ethereum was around this price range, and somebody said, it'll be the last time you buy Ethereum under $500. I was like, oh, okay. 200, 300 for some people, but yeah.
Yeah. And I think what I don't know yet is that if anybody can build decentralized app on top of BitTensor right now, and if they can basically create a new token, like with things like that. So I don't know how that part works yet, but that's the other option. Like instead of buying Solana right now, you could just buy project or build on Solana, and you will have probably maybe better growth than Solana itself. So that might be the same thing here, is that I don't know if it's ready yet for real decentralized app to be built on BitTensor. That's the thing. So maybe for this cycle, it's BitTensor directly, but next one might be on the ecosystem.
You can circle back. Let me ask you about another one I know you're pretty familiar with. How does this differ from Ocean?
Ocean, it's just you store the data. Because when it comes to AI, the data, that's the gold. And the AI model, you can replicate that. There's not that much moat or sustainable advantage on the technology part. It's really the data that powers it. So I think Ocean Protocol and Filecoins are both that are really prone to store the data, but you don't run AI model on those things. So if you want to run AI model in a decentralized, that's BitTensor. And BitTensor, you can host data there too, but you might connect a protocol to BitTensor. I don't know if people do that or want to do that, but I'm not sure.
I might understand. I thought Ocean Protocol was similar with building applications on top of it, but okay, storage.
I could be wrong. It's possible, but I don't think it would be like BitTensor that was really specifically designed to run existing TensorFlow model directly.
All right, guys. That sounds like a good roundtable today, huh?
Yeah. If I have a few seconds,
sure.
One thing I'd like to find, and it takes time, and that's where maybe Curator comes in. I would really love to be able to build a portfolio of SEC compliant token that are low cap. Yeah, I could use some help in identifying those type of project. So typically speaking, that would mean project that if they had the pre-sale, it was done under the SEC regulated like as a security, or it's tokens that have never had a pre-sale at all, ideally.
Didn't you say, Patrick, somebody was segmenting those out?
No, I would like to use maybe Cyrator so that we are an army to try to find project like that, because I do want to build a portfolio of that, because Coinbase, they are going full regulation with good ties with a lot BlackRock and those investment bank. Like most of the ETF will be the ETF will be in custody, or the Bitcoin will be custodied by Coinbase. I think 6 out of 7, if I recall. The point is that Coinbase will not, I don't think, list any token that are not SEC compliant, or they have to be full utility. Either way, but they will not be able to list unregistered security.
We could try to work. We know that Hackend is going to release their own security token and launch it on Bricken, right? Maybe we could contact Bricken. Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe we could contact Bricken and work together with them and identify more security tokens, or generally security token exchanges that are starting to pop up.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to invest in a real world asset that much, because it's probably not going to scale that fast.
No, but security token. Bricken is security tokens. It's not real world assets.
Yeah, that's where, it depends how it's done. Yeah.
Sure. No, but I like the idea in general that we coordinate as Cyrator. We are an army, and we're going to be a fast-growing army, I think, very soon. Over the next few weeks, we're going to promote a lot. And if we can coordinate our research, I think we're going to be much more powerful, even more powerful than we already have been.
Exactly. I think nobody currently talk about the narrative of SEC-compliant crypto assets. But Coinbase, if there's a handful of tokens that are listed on Coinbase, because they have to exclude everything else that is not... that is unregistered security, that's a vacuum where credibility they won't have much to invest in. So I think this will scale really fast. And then maybe by next cycle, a lot of those things will become ETF and get an extra boost. I think finding those gems right now, that low cap stuff, will have tremendous growth.
Could you maybe just... You're already looking for it, so maybe you can just write down a few bullet points how you actually look for those, and then when we have this call next time, we can give that a little bit as instructions to anyone who wants to join that hunt.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, nice.
And if it could become a category, that would be awesome. Even though we have to make sure that, because we're not lawyers and we're not the SEC, so we cannot be sure, but I think if we say that it's a high probability that it's SEC compliant. And I think Caspar is very likely to be one of those, actually.
Probably, yes, because it's a fair launch. They didn't sell anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was going to say, I knew I saw this somewhere. So on CoinGecko, at least, they have the other side of the coin, which I just put the link to. They've got a category called alleged SEC security coin, which are the ones that you might want to stay away from. So they, interestingly enough, have the category that's with a little warning that just being alleged doesn't equate to legal classification, but it's interesting what's in there. All right. See you guys.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot for your call. Bye, everyone.